Hi everyone, my name's Kristen. I'm a CPAP user. I have obstructive sleep apnea, and I've been teaming up with Sleep Play for a couple of months now just to make sure that you have the resources and the information that you need to manage your life with sleep apnea and manage your life using a CPAP machine. So the topic of today's video is going to be the chronic nature of sleep apnea and whether or not your sleep apnea may go away throughout the years of needing treatment. So everybody's journey with sleep apnea is going to be different, especially the journey to diagnosis for a lot of people is going to look very, very different. So it's really important to have a trusting relationship with your doctor so that you can ask all of these specific questions. But in general, sleep apnea is going to be a chronic condition. Now, there are a couple situations where someone's sleep apnea may go away. Some people that sleep apnea may resolve and or get better by just simply doing something called positional therapy, which is using special pillows or changing the way that you're sleeping so that your airway can be more open. There are some times when people, if their sleep apnea is caused, at least primarily caused by some excess weight on them, excess weight weighing down on their chest while they're sleeping. There are some times that if people lose weight, some of their sleep apnea symptoms may resolve. Even if you're feeling that so I've dropped some weight, I'm feeling like I'm breathing better in my sleep and I don't think I need this anymore. You still have to check with your doctor because that might not be the only cause of your sleep apnea. There are so many causes of sleep apnea, from the anatomy of your airway all the way up to signals in your brain. And we're learning more and more, which certainly has been the experience for me, that your reading on your sleep study, your AHI, your apnea hypopnea index, that is typically what is used to classify your sleep apnea into either mild, moderate, or severe, but that does not necessarily correlate to the severity of your symptoms. So technically I have mild sleep apnea, which means that I don't really have, 30, 40, 50 events per hour like some people might, but my symptoms were so severe that it was impacting my day-to-day life for years before I figured out that I had sleep apnea. So what are some ways to adjust to this new lifestyle that you're going to be leading? The first thing is going to be, with many things in life, it's an adjustment period, but it is something that you have to come to some kind of acceptance for. And so I have found that thinking of the positives along the journey of sleep apnea really will help you to stay compliant with whatever type of treatment that you have. And most often it is going to be with a CPAP machine. And think about the positives day by day. So positives in terms of your nighttime symptoms, are you able to fall asleep more easily? Are you not getting up as many times during the night? Maybe you're still getting up, but instead of 2 to 3 times during the night, it's just once. Even if you don't wake up feeling like you're so much more rested with your CPAP, it is making a difference. What is it about your daytime symptoms that may feel like they're a little bit better? Are you able to concentrate more? Do you feel more rested when you wake up? Are your naps shortened during the day? Maybe you still have to take them, but they're shortened. Well, it can be hard to get to that adjustment and that acceptance phase. I've personally really found, and I've talked with a lot of people who agree with this, that having some kind of community that knows what you're going through and that has had a lot of the same experiences goes such a long way. And just getting that support, seeing that you're not alone. You don't even have to actively engage with people, but seeing other people through social media or speaking events that talk about their experience with CPAP therapy or sleep apnea can really go a long way. Definitely when it comes to living your life with a CPAP machine, you want to do whatever you can to be organized and to be prepared. So have a dedicated space in your bedroom. It can be in your closet, it can be in your nightstand, where you have all of your supplies ready to go. There's going to be nothing worse than in the middle of the night digging around for that mask. Additionally, some people, like myself, do have sensitive skin, so you might want to try either some different creams and lotions or CPAP mask liners, because one way to really stick with this and really adjust to your life is to make sure you're as comfortable as possible. So there is, while we don't have control over the fact that we have sleep apnea or we need the CPAP machine, we do have control around the circumstances of using it and being prepared for some of the unknowns that pop around. So one thing that I do have that you are able to get at Sleep Play is a portable battery. So there's a couple different types that you can get, but I've had this portable battery for a couple of years, and I initially initially got it because I wanted to travel with my CPAP, so I wanted to be able to use this no matter where I was going, and I have used it successfully for that many times, but the unintended benefit of this was I am able to also use it to power my CPAP if the power ever goes out where I'm living. So, and we're all going to experience that at times, but I live in the Northeast in the US, and so usually once, maybe more than once every winter, we have a big winter storm with winds and heavy snow falling on the power lines, and we might lose power for a day or even a couple of days. So with that portable battery, I'm covered no matter what happens. And if you are somebody that likes being outside, being active, you also can use that to be able to go camping, which is not my thing at all, but more power to you if you like that. However, I have a nice balcony where I live, and I have taken a couple naps out on the balcony, and believe it or not, I have set up my CPAP and used my portable battery to nap so that I actually have restorative sleep when I'm taking my nap out in the sun. This next part is easier said than done, but it really helped me. It's just your mindset around it. It's not something that you have to do, that you have to get treated, that you're going to struggle with. But if you really change your mindset that this is something that actually is going to benefit me, not only in the short term, but the long term, this is something that I'm doing proactively and I'm committing to do for my health. In terms of making CPAP a part of your life, however you can view it, if you have any other type of medical treatment that you get, if you have any other type of medication, if you have anything else that you just do in your morning routine or your nighttime routine to just feel happier and healthier, start associating that with your CPAP, because you're also using your CPAP to be happier and healthier. Lastly, though, there are people, that stick it out and they really, really try to adjust to the CPAP, but for whatever reason, they're really just not able to tolerate it. And there are alternatives. More and more are coming out every day, it seems like, for treating your sleep apnea. So Sleep Play does have a lot of information, whether it's in their storefront or on their resources in their blogs, about alternatives to CPAP therapy. So if you and your doctor decide that it's time to try an alternative, whether it be a dental device or whether it be some kind of sleep coaching along with your treatment, there is information on there. So I'll keep sharing my story here, keep sharing tips. As you saw from my last video, I just started the new ResMed AirSense 11, so I'm really, really happy with that. I love it just as much as I loved the AirSense 10, and it's really great to be able to see your data, in real time, day by day, on the My Air app that comes with the ResMed machine. So as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and look out for more from me and Sleep Play.